Welcome back to Wise Words with SJ. And guess what? I'm SJ. Okay, happy Pride Month. Here's a great listener question. Did I actually go to Woodstock? Well, here's the story. Okay. I just watched the documentary, and I'd love to hear from anyone that attended. What was your experience like? Did you have a lot of sex? Did you take a lot of drugs? Okay, my then husband, first husband, he didn't want to go. Okay, that's what happened. So I snuck out and went. And did I have a lot of sex? No, I didn't have a lot of sex because I was just sleeping with him. That was boring, I know. And did I take a lot of drugs? I didn't start doing drugs until I was 24. But there was a lot of stuff going on. The music was incredible. And by the way, the worst thing was the mud. I'm a person that does not like mud at all. It's funny because I was just, in Indio at the Stagecoach Music Festival, which was incredible. And there was a lot of dust. Thank God there wasn't a lot of mud because I'm not a mud person. Although I'd have gone into mud baths. I've also walked on hot coals. That was a thing in the late 70s, early 80s. But getting back to Woodstock, the great thing was the greatest bands and the greatest singers were there. I mean, just amazing performers. So, what was it like? Like a free-for-all, Like I heard Burning Man is like that. Was just like anything went, anything goes. You meet somebody, you sleep with them. Somebody gives you some drugs, you didn't know what you were taking. That was just not me. I was not involved in the carnal knowledge of it all. I wasn't ready to do that. Of course, a few years later, things changed for me, and I became very interested in doing all those kind of wild things, but not at that time because I was going to be 22, I believe. Yeah, I was 21, so I was pretty young. Anyway, so the greatest thing about Woodstock were the bands and the groups that were there. Of course, Jimi Hendrix was just amazing, and there were so many great performers that were there. So that's the greatest thing about Woodstock. And if you saw the documentary, you saw all the performers that were there, and they were amazing. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and so many of them were just at the height of their fame, and they were just real and incredible. And it would have been fun, I guess, if that's what you were looking for, wild free-for-all. Of course, you don't know what happened after that. I think one couple whose picture was taken there that met at Woodstock are still married. And isn't that a beautiful thing? So I hope you like the documentary. I've done a lot of things in my life. So then I snuck back in the house, and he was angry at me, of course. When wasn't he angry at me? He wanted to be my master, and I should listen to everything he told me. Right? Of course, right. Anyway, so if you have any other questions, ask me anything about the disco era. Honey, I could tell you all about that. That was the most fun for me during that time. That really was. Remember to email me at wisewords@jltv.tv. If you have any questions for me about love, relationships, what my life was like over the years, where we moved, from place to place, different things that I have learned over the years. Take care of yourself. Don't do drugs, okay? Don't drink. These are the wise words I would give you. And that's what I would have given to myself back then, because I didn't start drinking and using until I was 24. And if I would say hi to my old self, I'd say, don't do it. Don't do drugs and don't drink, okay? Because you couldn't handle it then. You could never handle it now. So I hope I answered your question to some degree or another. And I love you very, very much. Mwah!